Hi, my name's Amita, and I'm a member of Proficient's Amazon Connect team. And today I have a short tutorial on how to send an SMS message with an Amazon Pinpoint campaign. So for those of you who aren't aware, Amazon Pinpoint is an AWS service that allows you to engage with your customers by sending email, SMS, and push notification messages. And the example scenario we're walking through today is we're going to imagine we're a store called Acme that sells furniture. So we have a list of customers that we want to send a message to, alerting them of a defective cupboard they purchased. We have their phone number, their email address, and their mailing address. But time is of the essence, so what's the best way to reach them? Okay, let's think about this for a minute. Having their mailing address isn't very useful because it would take a long time for a mail to reach them. Their email address is a bit better, but when people are signing up for things in stores, they don't always give an email address they check regularly. So in this case, we're going to go with SMS. People check their phones so many times a day that it would be really hard for them to miss a text message that was important. The first thing I'm going to do is navigate to my Amazon Pinpoint console and click on Manage Projects. From there, I'm going to click Create a New Project, and we're going to call this Acme Cupboard Defect. Click Create. On this screen, I'm going to be able to configure all my features. So you'll see we have the option to make this an email, SMS and voice, or push notifications. For the purposes of this use case, I'm just going to click configure for SMS and voice. Then I'm going to hit this enable button right here and save all my changes. So now we're on the dashboard for this specific project. And what I have to do next is create a segment. So I'm going to click on segments. Now, a segment is a group of people that this message is going to go out to. In this case, we're going to be defining a static one because that's what we have, a group of customers who purchase this cupboard that we want to reach this one time. So let's go ahead and click on Create a Segment. So you'll see I have the option to build my own dynamically based on attributes, or I can import one. So I'm actually going to go ahead and import a segment that I have already made. Let me just show that to you before I do it. So you can see here, this is my CSV file I have saved. You can see the channel type is SMS and the address is the number that it's going to go to. Now, because this is a test case, I only have one number, but you could have 200 customers, you could have 1,000 customers. As long as it's here and it's saved in this format, you're going to be fine. You can upload it and you're ready to go. Now I'm back on the Create a Segment page. I just showed you the file that I want to import. I'm going to go ahead and select Import a Segment, Upload Files from your computer. I'm going to choose my file, open it, and I'm going to hit Create a Segment. And you can see it's running, it's just importing it. And I should get a green message in a minute telling me it worked. And yep, it did, it's right there. So what I'm going to do next is just quickly go back to the creation of the segment page because you might be wondering where I got that format from for my CSV file. So if you go to import a segment on the create segment page and you scroll down, you'll see an example CSV file that you can download and you can follow that and input your own data using that. But we've already uploaded ours, so we are set to create our campaign. The next step is to create a campaign. So I'm going to click on Create a Campaign. I'm going to give it a name, Acme Cupboard Defect. It's going to be a standard campaign. I don't need to do any testing in this case. And I'm going to choose SMS. Then I'm going to click Next. Okay, now I get to choose a segment. So I'm going to use an existing segment because remember we created that in the previous step. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose that. I'm going to click Next. And then I'm on the screen where I get to create the message that's sent out. So it's a transactional message. It is critical. You know, I don't want people getting injured by this cupboard, so it needs to go out right away. And I'm just going to put in the message content that people are going to get on their phones. Your cupboard is defective. Please return to the nearest Acme store immediately. You can send a test message if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go ahead and click Next. And now you get to choose when you actually send the campaign. So for this use case, we're going to send it immediately because it needs to go out right away. But if you wanted to, you could choose weekly, and then you could schedule it here, daily. You could choose once, but you could also schedule that at a specific time. Another thing that's really cool about Amazon Pinpoint is you can use the recipient's local time. So if you've got people in different time zones and you want them to all get this message at 9 a.m. in their time zone, you can set that up over here just by ticking this box, which I think is really makes for a great customer experience. But we're going to go back to immediately and then continue on. So now we're on the page where we review and launch this campaign. So you can see I've got the name, I've got all the details. There's one entry in this case, that's me. SMS is the channel, and I have the message that's going to be sent out. Then we're just going to launch the campaign. And you'll see up here, I've got a little green message with a check mark saying I've successfully created this. And when it says it's successfully created a campaign, it means it's actually run. And in this case, because I set it up to go immediately, it's already been sent. So we're going to click on the campaigns tab here, click on the campaign, and you can see that it tells me the run date, it tells me the number of endpoints. In this case, the endpoint is the phone number that it went to. It says it was successful, and has all this other information here. So as you can see, this is a screenshot from my phone and the message has been delivered. If I got that, I would probably grab my cupboard and go right back to the Acme store. That's it. Super short, super simple. This is exactly how you send a SMS message to a large group of people. And there are a lot of different customizations that you can do within Amazon Pinpoint. You can use email, like I said, push notifications. So stay tuned for more video content explaining how to do all of those. Thanks for watching.